Hello and welcome to Outlook On Air. This podcast is designed to keep you connected with all things Outlook, with special emphasis on our enrichment program and its many activities and services. On this podcast, we'll hear from Outlook associates, donors to our many programs, clients of our services, and much more. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this edition of Outlook On Air. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Outlook On Air. I'm Dennis Nelson from the Palatial Podcast Studios here at Outlook Enrichment. Once again, an extra little treat for you here because we've got such a busy time going on this time of the year at Outlook, so thought we would take a few moments for another podcast. And while we have a moment here, let's go ahead and thank some of the other folks who help make this podcast possible, because there are people behind the scenes besides me that help to bring this whole thing together. First of all, hats off to our marketing specialist here at Outlook, Bailey Collins. Congratulations to you, and thank you so much for all that you do to help make the podcast happen. Let's give her a round of applause while we're at it. Among the many other things that Bailey does, she makes sure that all the pictures that are associated with our website and with our podcasts and things that we do, any of the headshots or things of that nature, all get posted. And of course, she is responsible single-handedly for making sure that the podcast is nice and accessible. She was the person responsible for putting all of the podcasts on the different platforms and so forth. So congratulations to her. A fantastic job done by her getting all that organized and making it easier than ever for you to hear our podcasts. And of course, we've talked about that in the past, how we're on Spotify, YouTube, Podbean, which was our originator. It's incredible the reach that we have. Also, while we have a moment here, let's give another round of applause, if we can, for Nina Rongish. Nina Rongish, she's Outlook Enrichment's executive director, and she does a lot, and without her unwavering support and helping with questions and a lot of the things that go on and helping us get guests and all the wonderful things that she does do to help make this all happen, she deserves a round of applause as well. All right, folks, we are going to do some serious things on the podcast as well, but seriously, those folks that I just mentioned do an awful lot to help make this podcast happen, and had to have a little fun with it. Anyway, what we're really here for today is to talk about a major event coming up on November the 6th. And it is a Thursday evening, which is a little different for us, but it is our gala, our Vision Beyond Sight gala, as a matter of fact, and it is the big fundraising event of the year. And our good friend Cassie is here to talk about it even further with us. Cassie, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us how you came to Outlook?
Sure. Thanks for having me today. My name is Cassie Jetter. And I was brought to Outlook through a friend, Callie Getchman, who does some help through her business, Bison Heart Group. And I had lunch with Nina, connected with her on a very personal level. I have two daughters, 16 and 13. And my 13-year-old daughter, Allie, lives with type 1 diabetes and has since she was 9 years old. And so when Nina and I got to talking about Outlook and just everything that Outlook is about and who they're helping and their mission, obviously that just tugged at my heart immediately, right? Because my daughter, unfortunately, lives with a condition that may very well over time lead to complications that could include vision impairment for her. So it's very personal for me and very happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I was going to ask you how your daughter's diabetes diagnosis related to Outlook and so forth, and vision loss as well. But I guess you kind of answered that.
It is. Yeah, vision loss is something that, we really were not aware of. And, when you first get diagnosed with juvenile diabetes, you go through the motions of making sure you're seeing your endocrinologist, right? But there's so many other things that you have to stay up on, which yearly eye exams is one of them. And we actually had a dear friend. He was also type 1 diabetic, and he passed away 2 years ago, unfortunately, but lived a good life. But he was visually impaired and then became blind for a time due to his complications as well. So we're very well aware of what can happen, hoping that isn't a problem. But very happy to know that Outlook is here to help people with those types of issues and complications need be.
Try to do it every day, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, are you visually impaired yourself or not?
I am not. Nope.
Okay, so this all kind of probably stemmed from your daughter's situation.
Yeah, yes. And like I
And
said,
then
when
you,
Nina and I connected, it really opened my eyes. And I
mhm.
came and did a tour, and everything was history after that. I was like, I want to be a part of this. I have to be a part of this. And it's just amazing.
Wow, yeah, that's fantastic. What a wonderful story in and of itself. So why then did you join the board and decide to head up the events committee?
Sure. So on the back side of things, for several years, I have been involved in the nonprofit world, doing different committees, have been on different galas. CASA was a big one that I was involved with. Started when I was younger, being a part of even Junior League of Omaha, was a CASA advocate, helped kind of build a guild for them and raise money. And just, I've loved doing that, especially when it's for a cause that is near and dear to my heart. And then obviously when my daughter got diagnosed, I got involved with JDRF, and I've done some foster care review board stuff. I'm a teammates mentor, just anything I can do to help. I love to do and give back. And like I said, when Nina had mentioned there was a position open on the board and they had invited me, I knew that where I wanted to spend my time and focus was on helping raise money for these programs so that we can reach more individuals and get our name out there, for people who don't know who we are and what we do.
Sure, sure. And I would assume your daughter has also, going back to her for a minute, I assume she has taken part in some events here at Outlook.
Absolutely. Yep. She's going to be at the event in November, the gala event, Vision Beyond Sight. Both of my daughters are going to be there. They definitely follow in my footsteps. They love volunteering. They love helping and being involved any way they can.
And that is coming up on November the 6th. I was going to say a big day for Outlook, our biggest fundraising event of the year. So we're pretty excited about that. Yeah, me too. Everybody here is, I think, running in circles around themselves, just trying to contain themselves until this all happens. But tell us a little bit about the gala. What can people expect, and what should they do about registering and that sort of thing?
Yes. So registering is very easy. Obviously, if anyone has direct contact with Nina, they can easily email Nina too, but go to our website, obviously, and there is a link on our website directly to Outlook Enrichment. And if they click on, I believe it's events or programs, bear with me, I'm sorry, I don't know exactly what the link it says, but it's on our website. They can click, I want to say it's what's happening. I'm going there right now just so I can tell you. Fundraising events. And then if they click on that, they can literally click on the link. They can register. It'll give them a little, rundown of the evening as well. But this year, our evening is called Vision Beyond Sight, and our theme for the evening is Illuminating Brilliance is the name that we came up with. We thought that was just so fitting to honor, the resilience and the impact of all the clients, the associates, volunteers who help with all of this and help basically shape the community for us to give back to these people. So basically, the night will consist of obviously drinks and dinner, and we will have a silent auction, which is kind of fun, and some great raffle packages. There's going to be a golf package, a vacation package, kind of some neat stuff to bid on. We're going to have a wine pull kind of game for people to get involved in. And then we will have a raise the paddle. So we'll have like a live auction for people who maybe silent auction isn't their thing, but they'd rather just donate and give money. We're going to have a live auction as well. And then dessert in the dark, which I'm super excited about this. So people will be given a blindfold shade in an envelope for their table. And essentially, we are simulating what it's like to live in a world without sight for someone who doesn't know what that's like, right? So this will be a great eye-opening experience to give everyone perspective of what this might be like. And I think very unique, right? This is a unique event. At one point, we had talked about having a Braille station, so people could even see what it's like to try to read Braille. So we're trying to make this interactive, so people can really get an idea of what it's like.
Now, this gala is going to be a little different from some of the past galas that we've had. That gets us kind of into where is it and what time is it and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So the venue is called A View, and it is located out at West Shores, 110 South 243rd Street. So if you type in A View, it'll pull up for you Waterloo, Nebraska. And we cannot wait. Doors are going to open at 5:30, so we're welcoming people to come a little bit early, grab a drink, get their bidder cards, and just kind of see what everything, the silent auction items, and make yourself comfortable. It is business casual this year, so we realize that people are going to be coming after work and may not be able to stop at home and change. Please don't feel like you need to come dressed in suit and tie. But if you're coming from work, we're welcoming that too. But feel free to wear jeans and a nice shirt, be comfortable. We want you to have a good time. You might be walking around a little bit, looking at the auction items, but we just want people to come. So business casual, doors open at 5:30.
So again, it is not going to be held here at Outlook, so people don't want to come necessarily here unless they're already here.
Correct. Yes, it is not at Outlook, and that's obviously, I know we hold a lot of events there, but 6 to 9 p.m., like I said, doors opening at 5:30, and it is out at West Shores, so that is probably different than some of the events that we've held in the past.
Right. And that's why I wanted to make sure we highlighted that. What are the funds? What are we hoping to raise money to do?
Yeah. So, we have a lot of programs at Outlook, as you know, and we have some amazing people that tell their stories. And I think that with that help of the event, the goal is to raise funds to help continue with our programs, right? Help continue giving these people empowerment to live their independent life, right? We want them to live their best life. And so these funds will be used for a lot of different things, right? And we want to reach people not just in Omaha, but we can do independent living training, our enrichment programming. We even help with transportation. We have recreation programs for youth and for adults, right? And I know we also do like mental health and peer workshops. So there's just so much that we can offer. And so any funds that are raised the night of this event go directly to these programs, which is amazing.
It is. It's going to be a lot of fun. It sounds like you have a lot of fun little activities and extra little things planned for the big night too, and can't wait to experience some of that.
Yeah, we're hoping for a unique experience for people and creative, and like our theme says, like we're here to shine a light on every person, regardless of sight. So we are looking forward to it, and we can't wait to have everybody.
No,
My chair, Mary Fran Willard, she's excited to host as well. She's not with us today, but Mary Fran Willard has been a strong supporter of Outlook as well, and her and I are just excited to chair this event and cheer everybody on. We're excited.
Absolutely. Well, we share your excitement for what it's worth, and looking forward, as we say, to November 6th, 5:30, the doors open. So that's when you want to come and be a part of the whole thing. I can't wait, and it's at A View. And
A View at West Shores.
At West Shores, yes. Yeah, I've seen it, 50 times, and that's why sometimes I probably kind of gloss over it. So you got to keep me on the straight and narrow here, Cassie.
No, we will, Dennis, and we will have all of our volunteers at night are just so awesome to be there. And we could not do this without our volunteers, and they all know who they are, and we appreciate them tenfold. And they will be there greeting guests and showing everybody where to go. We will have an elevator as well to help those that need assistance to get to the dining area. It's a lovely space, and I'm just really excited.
Well, like I say, we share in that excitement, looking forward to it, looking forward to meeting you and your daughters as well. So I'm glad they both get to come.
Yes, they will, and I look forward to it, Dennis.
Sounds great, Cassie. Well, thanks so much for spending some time with us here on Outlook on Air, our podcast that we do, and that's one of the many things that your contributions do help keep continuing. So we really want to see anybody that can possibly make it to the big gala, Vision Beyond Sight Gala, Thursday, November 6th. Again, doors opening at 5:30. So look forward to it,
Thank
Cassie.
you.
Once again, thank you.
Yes, have a great day, Dennis.
You too. Well, folks, I'm afraid that's all the time we have for this edition of Outlook on Air, but we certainly hope you've enjoyed the program. And we hope to see you back here again for another edition of Outlook on Air. And if you'd like more information about Outlook Enrichment, or anything Outlook for that matter, make sure you visit our website at www.outlooken.org. That's www.outlooken.org. Or you can always call us for more information or to schedule any kind of an appointment at area code 531-365-5051. That's area code 531-365-5051. And don't forget to subscribe to our monthly newsletter so that you can find out when the next podcast is available. And we hope to see you then on the next edition of Outlook on Air.